to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Ncaa26. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Bobcats will kick it off to get us underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Ohio State's offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bobcats offense will go to work for the first time. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll start this drive firing. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The coaches talked about gotta get to the quarterback, gotta ruffle his feathers a little bit. How about this first drive, man? They've already sacked him twice. This will pay dividends throughout a football game.
And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up. But what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football.
He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Ncaa26. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Unloads to the right, and it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Fullback's got it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hold and finds his man on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
The short hands, it's Smith. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run it. It's Peoples. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensive...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to throw, it's Navarro. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bobcats can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, They can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
Got it in the middle. It's Hendricks. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Now he's looking into the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell in.
There he goes! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Buckeyes are on the move.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. The coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something.
Running free. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
It'll be a run on third and short. The Bobcats get it past the sticks.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Gets it out quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. He lets it fly. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to throw, time running short in the half. With the catch, it's Hendricks. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. A low-line drive and not his best work. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that.
Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Ncaa26. He's looking deep. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? The Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Gives it on the option. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Bobcats with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Navarro. He'll throw it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hendricks. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a...
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the boot, looking for his man. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw. Up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. They're setting up the screen. Wide open spaces. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Makes a grab, pass the marker. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for space. It's Peoples. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first down, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. We'll put some points up on the board.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He fires to the left side. He's got it along the sideline. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Smith. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Complete downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. A big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like
touchdown Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. And the last play, they got the explosive to get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead. A little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 5 over Arizona. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
From the gun, the ground game. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Set, ready.
To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Right back to the well. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Finding an escape route. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run for it on third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Here's the pressure. Keeps looking downfield. Got him! They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense working from the pistol. Rides the back on the option, the give. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab on the right.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Intercepted to stop the threat. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick. And they'll go on offense from the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Out of the gun, the give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas. They need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Dropping back, it's Carpenter. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. And the Bobcats buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Looking downfield, it's Carpenter. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Guys, this is a really good